my best luxury products of 2015 video. So these are not necessarily products that came out in 2015. Granted, some of them are, but not all. But these are all products that I discovered and tried in 2015 that I absolutely love, or products that really just I used a lot in 2015. So I wanted to show them all to you, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I do have another one, the best of drugstore 2015, and I also have a the worst products of 2015 video coming out as well. So just watch for those. Yeah, so let's get started. I'm gonna start in the order that I would do my face. So we're gonna start out with primer. So number one I'm gonna talk about is the Benefit Porefessional. This is just an excellent product if you have large pores. I have a lot of acne, so I really like to fill in my acne pitting with this, which is kind of like divots in my skin. Really helps smooth out the skin and apply foundation on top flawlessly, so I love this. So the other primer I have to talk about is the Faced Hangover Rx. I absolutely love this primer. It transforms my face completely from looking kind of dull and just not pretty, and my skin being dry and just kind of like dull. It really transforms it, gives it a lot more suppleness. It creates kind of a sticky barrier for your foundation to stick to. It really provides my face with that added moisture just to make it look a lot more pretty. So it really just kind of, it says on here, replenishing face primer, and it really just makes my face look absolutely beautiful. It's a really, really great primer. Next up, I'm going to talk about foundation, and I have quite a few to show you because I am foundation obsessed, and I tried so many this year and loved so many. So first of all, this is one of my all-time favorites. This is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I have a review and demo on this foundation. I just love it. It's a matte finish with excellent coverage. It's very full coverage. I just love it. I think it makes my face look absolutely flawless. Next up is the Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow Foundation from Benefit. This one I use in the summer because it has more of a satiny kind of dewy finish. It's also a little bit more tan, so I use this in the summer to match kind of the little bit more tan color. Next up, I'm going to talk about the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I don't know why I have this in the box. I've kept the box for some odd reason, but I really like this. I don't wear this for extended periods of time because my skin is so dry, and it does end up looking kind of cakey on me after a few hours. But if I'm wearing this for a short time, maybe like a couple hours to something, I will reach for this because it's got excellent coverage and it makes my face look absolutely flawless. Just a beautiful, beautiful finish, beautiful coverage. I love it. It's a great, great foundation, and it really does stay in place, especially during summertime when it's hot. It's a great foundation. Next up is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. I love this not only for picture taking, but also for just everyday. It's one of those foundations that makes your face look beautiful on and off camera. It's just a really beautiful foundation. So Schnookums was bugging me, so she's gonna come be in the video for a little while. So yeah, HD foundation. This is one of those ones that looks beautiful on camera and off. It's got about medium coverage to it, so I do have to spot conceal with concealer. Schnookums, can you calm down? But it's beautiful. It matches my skin tone so well. It's one of like the widest range of foundation selections I've ever seen is this Makeup Forever stuff. I just really like it. I think it looks just so nice. It's got a luminous finish to it, so it's very satin looking. Just gorgeous. And the last two foundations, yes, I have are both from Lancome, and these are like kind of my everyday absolute favorites along with the MAC Studio Fix. This first one is the Lancome Photogenic Lumessence Foundation. I love this because it's another one that's meant for kind of like picture taking and everyday. It just makes my skin look so flawless, and this one is a full coverage one. What's kind of strange about it is it has kind of like a gray tone when you first apply it, and then it adapts to your skin color. But yeah, I love this because it is full coverage, but it has that kind of like it says lumescence to it. So that luminosity, that beautiful kind of satiny kind of dewy finish. It's just beautiful. It's a great foundation. And then the other one is the Lancome Miracle Cushion. I got this not that long ago and I'm so sorry it's got fingerprints all over it. This is the most beautiful foundation I have ever seen on my face. This is one of those foundations that makes your skin look absolutely beautiful in person. As you guys know, I'm really dry, so sometimes I have cake face and my face doesn't look so pretty in real life. This one never gives me cake face and it looks absolutely beautiful every time. It's got a beautiful, slight dewy finish to it. It's just gorgeous because it's so lightweight but has excellent coverage. So it's just a beautiful foundation. I just can't get over how great it looks. It's so wonderful. I love this. Now for setting powders. First I'm going to talk about the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light. I talked about this in my MAC video. I love this. It's just so finely milled that when you put it on your face, you never get cake face. It's just a beautiful, beautiful powder. It's very natural on the skin. Next up will be my NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Powder. I love this. I have this on today. I like to wear this when I want to look a little bit more luminous. It's like a white powder with very fine shimmer in it. Can you please stop licking me? It's absolutely beautiful. It just makes your skin look luminous and radiant. Beautiful. Very similar one to that is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light. I use this as the setting powder. It's very, very similar. It's just got a little bit more finely milled shimmer in it. So, oh my gosh, she's like going nuts with the licking. It's a little bit more finely milled with the shimmer, so it's a little bit more natural. But they both give a very similar effect where it's a very luminous kind of glowing look. It's beautiful. Last setting powder is my Laura Mercier setting powder. This I use specifically kind of on my under eye area just because it does, like when you bake, it will give a little bit kind of a highlighted finish, I guess. It is a translucent powder, but I do find that it does highlight pretty well on my under eye area as well as set the under eye, so I love that. Next up, let's talk about bronzer and stuff. So you guys know that I love this. I use this all the time. This is my CC Plus Radiance Ombre Bronzer. So it comes with like the bronzer colors. This is a matte bronzer up here, then there's a shimmery one, and then there's a shimmery highlight. The highlight shade is a little bit too dark for my skin tone, but these two, as you can see, I use quite a bit. I have it on today actually to warm up my face. It just works really, really well for people who are very pale because it doesn't ever look like it's too much. Then I've also got here my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I love this, especially for the highlighting shades. These two I also tend to set my under eyes with, just if I feel like they need a little bit more coverage than the translucent powder gives me. On days that I'm having super purple under eye circles, I like to mix these two and then I set my under eyes. I don't really use the contouring powders too much, just because they are a little bit too warm for me. But I do like this highlighted as well. It's a really gorgeous, like, shimmery pink highlight. Absolutely beautiful. And then the other highlight I have is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors. I love these. I have Opal, Moonstone, and the Jaclyn Hill one in Champagne Pop. That's this one. I love them all. I think they're so beautiful. I have Champagne Pop on today, and I went a little bit overboard. I went a little too close to my nose here. But I love these. I think they're absolutely beautiful. So shiny. That's what I love about these, is these are definitely very radiant ones. Next up is blush, and if you guys have been around for a while, you know that I love this blush. This is the Kat Von D Everlasting Face Shaper Blush in Bellissima. It's a beautiful, like, peachy, corally color. Very, very natural. Looks great on all skin tones because it's very neutral. It's just a beautiful color, and it is matte, so it looks really natural on the face. Alright, so I missed a concealer. So this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This has got to be like my all-time favorite concealer. It's very, very full coverage. It completely masks my horrible dark circles. I love that it's matte and it's just really pretty. It doesn't cake on me. I think it's a fantastic concealer, and it runs light enough, which is amazing. Now let's move on to palettes and eyeshadows. I really just have palettes here, but First of all, I want to talk about the Charlotte Tilbury Vintage Vamp Palette. This is one of her luxury eyeshadow palettes, and I love this. The eyeshadows in here are so creamy and just beautiful. It comes with a whole bunch of like vampy deep colors that are great for fall and winter. I love this gold shade here. I use this one probably the most with other eyeshadow looks, just because the gold is just so cool. It's like a very fine gold. And you can really like layer it over other eyeshadows and it looks just beautiful. These are so creamy and blendable and soft and buttery. I just love them. Next up, I want to talk about the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. This is a palette that I was not going to get because it didn't interest me at all. I was looking at all the different colors in here and I was like, these are too neutral for me, I don't like these, and I wasn't too thrilled about the pop of colors. I really only liked this dark row here and I was like, this is not a palette for me. Then I watched Cora, Vintage or Tacky, I've talked about her before. I watched her review of this and she has very fair skin like I do, and she talked about how this palette is so good for fair skin tones, and she swatched all the colors and she did a makeup look with it and I was just hooked. I'm like, you know, she is totally right. This is totally wonderful for my skin tone. So I did buy it and I love everything about it. I love all the shades in here and I love the packaging. I think it's very beautiful, and you can tell that Gwen Stefani really put a lot of hard work into this palette because it really shows in the packaging and the quality. This is fantastic. Next up, I want to talk about the Kat Von D eyeshadows. Her Shade and Light eye palette is my absolute favorite. I have her Mi Vida Loca palette too, which I love. I used it on Christmas Day. I didn't film a tutorial of that look. I am thinking about refilming the exact same look because I used the greens out of the palette and I thought it looked so cool. So I might do that later in the month. And but I'm so impressed with the Kat Von D shadows. This is her eye palette. It's an all matte palette and I just love it. I especially love these darker colors here in the center. These are just so blendable and buttery. They just work so well. They blend so nicely together. I'm so impressed by her eyeshadows. They're so pigmented. That's another thing that I love about them. Everything is so pigmented in here. This is an excellent palette. I definitely recommend this one. If you're thinking about just getting one, I recommend this one. I just think it's amazing. Great quality. Then the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. The original chocolate bar is my absolute favorite. It's my kind of like everyday simple eye makeup palette. It's my go-to, just because the colors in here are so everyday for me. I really like all of the shimmery shades in here. This purple one's actually gotten quite a bit of use. I love purple eyeshadows for my hazel eyes. As you can see, I've dropped it on the floor. There's a big old chunk missing out of this highlight shade. You get so much product in here, which is really impressive, and I think the colors are all so versatile and wearable. I love the original chocolate bar palette. I have the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette as well. I just don't love it as much. It's a little bit too warm for my liking. I like my cool tones. And then lastly, MAC eyeshadows are just my love. I love them. This one I've showed quite a bit. This is my limited edition palette, but any MAC eyeshadows in general, I just love the formulation of these. I find them so easily blendable, great pigmentation. The color selection is just fantastic. I find that this palette in particular that I got really kind of speaks to me and really is just kind of my favorite kind of tones and colors. So I love this. This unfortunately is not available anymore, this palette, but you can buy all of these eyeshadows individually on the MAC website. This was just a special edition palette of all like the best-selling MAC eyeshadows. So you can still buy these shadows, just not in this palette. Now moving on, I'm going to talk about mascara, and my favorite mascara of the year was the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love this. It makes you look like you're wearing falsies when you're not, even if you have short lashes that are difficult to make look good. This is an amazing mascara. I absolutely love it. I did find that when I used it at first, I hated it. But when I had opened it up and left it in the packaging for about 2 weeks and then tried it again, the formulation got a little bit thicker and it worked a lot better, and I absolutely loved it. So this is one of those products that you kind of want to let sit for a little while before you use. You gotta open it, but then just leave it alone for a couple weeks and then try it again, and it works a lot better. It's a beautiful, beautiful mascara. For eyeliner, I love the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. I used it to do my winged eyeliner today. I finally figured out winged eyeliner on my hooded eyes. It took me about 2-3 years to figure out, but I got it now. Hooded eye, winged eyeliner, oh my god, first world problems, but it's hard to do. So I am very happy that I finally figured it out, and I feel like the tattoo liner makes it so easy to do. It's a beautiful felt tip liner, very, very dark black, as you can see. It's just a great product. I love how easy it is to use. Hi, Schnookers. And the last products I have to talk about are all lip products. These are my absolute favorites. I have 3 to show you. First of all, you guys know I love MAC lipstick. This one is in Heroin, ironic. This is my favorite MAC lipstick. So I actually just grabbed one off of my counter, and apparently it was this one. So I love this one. Next, Kat Von D's Longwear Liquid Lipsticks. This one is in Backstage Bambi. This is a bright pink one. I love these. They're so long wearing. They're never patchy. They fade really nicely. Schnookums, please. They fade really nicely from the lips. I only have to touch them up like once or twice during the day, just kind of around the center. Beautiful, beautiful product. A little bit drying, but not horrible. And my absolute favorite Longwear liquid lipstick are the Jeffree Star Longwear liquid lipsticks. These are his velour liquid lipsticks. These are wonderful. They feel beautiful on the lips. They're not drying at all. They're never patchy. So pigmented, they just go on beautifully. I love the doe foot applicator of these because it has like a scoop in the middle where extra product sits, so it's easier to apply. These wear even longer than the Kat Von D ones. I do have to touch up slightly on the inside, maybe like once, but they wear really well. Like after eating, they're still there like perfectly. So I love these. These are the best liquid lipsticks I've tried. So yeah, that was my best luxury products of 2015. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you do one of these videos, or let me know down in the comment section what your favorite product of 2015 has been. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I put out new ones every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.